When it came to finding out my primary research for my main product, I chose 7 documentaries to deconstruct and analyse. They were Small Teen, Big World, Lily Allen From Riches to Rags, Terry Pratchett Choosing to Die, Emergency in the Womb, Super Size vs Super Skinny, Katie My Beautiful Face, and Seven Dwarfs. And from deconstructing these documentaries, I found out the codes and conventions, one of which is the use of archive footage, so whether it be stills or of actual sort of old movies. And here are some clips from the 7 documentaries that I looked at, which actually demonstrate the use of the archive footage.
That's my mum Bev when she was 30.
A fun person, had lots of friends. If I went somewhere, people might for the first.
People looked on it as an odd condition, if you know what I mean. Sarah had the same conditions I had.
On a shopping channel, and I loved this job because you got to talk non-stop. And it was pretty good money as well, actually. Me with my big laugh, my big mouth.
I feel that archive footage is used in order to show how time has passed and sort of changed. Another code and convention is the use of profile shots in documentaries, because it gives sort of a clear view of people, and here are some more examples of that.
I'll be 16 soon. Come on, chop chop. Right. Things to do, places to go, please.
A few years ago I stopped being able to...
I forget my dentist appointments, I forget...
With regards to camera angles, documentaries use a very wide variety of different shots. There's always lots of low and high angles, which give different viewpoints and sort of each person in the documentary, and they also give a sense of variety of how the film actually looks. There's also many close-ups in documentaries to create a view of depth in detail. It also gives a focus point of the people. There's also lots of wide shots to give a greater understanding of the location used. One thing I've also noticed is that a code of conventions of documentary is instead of using lots of cuts, the camera actually does tracking shots and panning shots to make it sort of look as if it flows a bit better.
Oh, I can handle it. What makes you assume that it's something bad about you? Because I know my mum. I wasn't saying anything bad about either of you.
To rebuild her confidence, her identity, and her relationships. She's doing this.
Along with this, there's also many zooms used again to sort of make it flow and create a focus point that it's actually zooming in on.
Working for like 5.
Yeah.
Normal. Anything above 40. What about elbows? What about knees?
Now you can be new neurosis.
Okay.
With regards to editing, there's always a large amount of continuity editing used, such as match on action, over the shoulder shots, and shot reverse shot.
And 8. Katie Piper had sulfuric acid thrown directly into...
To create a pathway for the laser, and it comes to 45.2, is in the underweight category, and that means that there are certain medical problems associated with being underweight that you may well develop if you stay this weight.
There was no treatment for it.
Right.
My condition has deteriorated to a point where I feel I need to go fairly shortly.
So you almost immediately contacted Dean Cass?
Yes, this is not an affliction that one wants to see.
We take their £1.50. It's as simple as that. It's like if you go to a hotel room and they take your credit card, they trash the room. It all feels a bit messy and a bit complex. I think it's messy and complex if you walk into a shop and you don't really know whether it's a rental shop or a sales shop. It doesn't matter. If somebody becomes a lawyer